information that was not yet public. In some instances, players altered their performance or took themselves out of games to make sure that those bets paid out. One example occurred on March 23rd, 2023 in Charlotte. Terry Rozier, an NBA player now with the Miami Heat, but at the time playing for the Hornets, allegedly let others close to him know that he planned to leave the game early with a supposed injury. Using that information, members of the group placed more than $200,000 in wagers on his under statistics.
Today,
Rozier exited the game
from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
As the NBA season turns is currently benched, not for injury, but for integrity. As a result of this investigation, 6 defendants, including Rozier, are now facing conspiracy to commit bank and wire fraud. In a second case, Operation Venn Diagram, investigators uncovered a long-running
It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Chicago Bears.
High-stakes poker games across the country.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. The 6'3" QB from Central Michigan leading him out there, and that's Cooper Rush.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, it'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Williams. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Rush. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he is going to get this one.
Dude, that's why I've been trusting the defense.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
I just want to add something else.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
More the motion man. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
In 99,
Off play action. Williams. They'll find Everett there, complete. And
Wow.
taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
So that's, what do you rather see with Pop? Unless Pop didn't kill it, just stay up, but if he didn't kill it, it would right away.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
It's fun to think of.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. That's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And Pop, I don't know very many vulnerable roles I've seen him in. Like, he's always been Pop. You know, he's at layers. Okay, you know.
So they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last running back, fullback, pick
sweeps nowadays before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
You know what I'm saying? So that mentality,
the Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
A lot of times when you see, or rather when I meet fans,
and this will not be a return. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
That wasn't meant to be funny. It was me being in the moment.
Off the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's the big fellas in there right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now 2nd and 5.
Good directing is awesome because an actor was saying this is what
off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I try one more time, but really imagine that
back to throw Rush.
You don't have to cry, but at least make the attempt. Like that director.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for a sack. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They run over center with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Don't scream the line, just say it intense.
Out of the shotgun, Rush.
It doesn't mean you have to yell.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
A lot of actors that
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, Devin Duvernay. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, and they go with Swift again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll take the jet sweep here and throw out play action. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought...
When I went to go visit my brother.
Matt Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. Do you keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Now, that series only went one year. And the reason why is because we did the adult Showtime version of a franchise.
So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass.
Like, we're not watching Showtime like that. It's crazy. But anyway,
Williams
so I met,
to throw on
I
third
met
down.
Red
Flush to
Carpet
his right.
the same way. Just as intent. Yo, what
And
up?
he goes out right around the 39.
Yo,
Even 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up the first down.
You gonna get, you know, and I always try to find a way back to that original question. Yeah, but Tyreek
They run out
again.
again
Now
on
I
the Swift.
and
he'll be brought down just shy of 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Yeah, whoever directed that, and whoever gave him the guidance to that role did his thing.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Williams. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Just Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start, and we'll see what second down brings. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Great place. Work is,
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down as he gets this up to his own level. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. It's out, it's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes offense, you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
It will probably
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, I have faith, and I just knew it was time.
And from back there, Wiseman will just sit on this one. And it'll come back to the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics. message is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Rushers throw into the hands of Andrews.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, pick up the first down.
On second down, here's Rush.
I saw the clip, yeah. How did you feel about the answers? Mean girl.
I will give you
A gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and a tackling for just a short gain.
So basically, he asked about how they felt
They'll
about
run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
The moving parts on a play like this, you know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he takes it down to 40 with a pickup of 4.
Look at that, messy as hell.
Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
I appreciate that. I understand what you're doing.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And meeting Jamie and, us having instant chemistry.
And they'll try to run the option here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers and freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
Rush's throw is on target to Likely. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Also, your production company actually shot that as well.
He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd
down. And that's what I'm
down.
so grateful for getting the platform. To be able to put out things that I think will help our community, help us. And I was tired of seeing the disparity of when black and brown people
To
were
the
missing.
right side,
That
into
we
the
weren't
hands of
getting the same
Flowers.
coverage. We weren't getting
Give
the
him a
same
gain of
urgency
5
and
on the
validation.
completion.
And
now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. There's
Damn.
He's got it.
Amazing journalists who say,
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
because we can tell
And the
who the
Ravens are
Jumpin's are,
back
the
within a score.
Cappuccinos, the Natalie Hallways, but we can't tell you the names of the black girls because we're not featured like that.
Tucker with the
And
extra
that's what
point.
we
And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive, 12 points and wins. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Yes.
Where is the biggest place that these girls
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
It's actually everywhere. The second movie we did was called Abducted at HBCU.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
And I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now.
Like, you're scaring me.
They just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the
just so
end
that
zone.
we're all
Now they
aware.
want
So
to do
it
something
can
even
happen
more
anywhere. The
impressive
malls,
to answer
there
that
are
way.
guys that groom the girls. I mean, there's all kinds of ways of these girls going missing. I mean, I was just in Vegas at the airport, and I went to the bathroom.
And
The minute I
few
closed the
yards
stall,
here to
there's
the
a whole
34.
sign about if you're being abducted, if you're being trafficked.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
You know, sometimes are more vulnerable.
Here's
And
Williams.
maybe there's,
Off
you
the
know,
play fake.
like more
Sliding
rewarding,
out
so
the
she's
pocket.
along the
He'll
line.
drop this one
There's,
off to
all
Swift.
types of ways, so.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, yeah, I was on the plane, and somebody came on the plane like, is that your daughter? I'm like, I hope so.
Yeah, but I'm actually glad they're asking, right? Just because it's so prevalent.
This is Swift on the counter.
You know, not everyone's aware of that.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Justin Matabike firing across the line there and planting him for a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, it's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Right. And that's one of the things, I will answer your question, but like a lot of families have to take it upon themselves.
Now Williams to throw on second down. Dancing to his left.
So the trucking
And he'll be
community, by
hit
the
as
way,
he releases it. And
there's
that'll fall
a
incomplete.
female truckers
The
that are
offense
like
on
that.
third down,
So we take it
they've
for
converted
granted.
3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be third and 13.
Birthdays and anniversaries, and any jump is dangerous.
Looking to throw.
So
Williams
we wanted to
forced out
showcase
to his
that
left.
there's a community in
Able to
every
find the
sector
open
of life.
man. That's complete.
No matter what
And
you
he's
do,
going to be
no matter
taken
what your
down
profession
with
is,
the
it's like,
first
don't
down
let
at the
people know,
Ravens
you know,
33. A big play there as they get the conversion on third and 13.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. You have to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Given 5 yards on the run there, but only a definite third and long on the horizon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Okay, great. You know what? I don't
Now
know
on
if
third and long, they'll look to
should
throw.
do that research to do this.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Are you talking about ice? Yes, that's scary for everybody. Yeah. It's scary for everyone. It really is. Not really running from ice. No, he's not. Oh, no, my God. Yeah.
More of the motion man right. Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here, and he can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you want to here without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second
really
and goal from
so
inside the 5.
Misconceptions about autism and what that looks like and what that is, and obviously there's different, you know,
Back to throw.
there's different
Swift.
stages of autism. So we really
Looking
wanted
in
to
zone, but
showcase
it's
a character that is
They may be
functioning.
snapping the ball near
But
the
that
goal
doesn't
line,
mean
but
that just
all you're
because she has
thinking
autism
defensively,
that she's
keep him out of the end zone.
irresponsible.
Force the
But
incompletion,
what happened
force
was
him into
because she's
going for
autistic,
3
she's
and not
dealing
giving
with
up
somebody
6.
online.
Big
You know,
play
we don't share
coming
too
here.
much,
It's
and she
third and
shared
goal.
too much. And so
Now
then
receiver
she
in
gets
motion
taken,
left.
kidnapped. So, yeah.
Swift. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What was that preparation? It was really,
The offense is staying
really
out
fun
there.
because we got
Here
to
we
talk
go
to
on 4th and
a
goal
couple
from
of
the 1.
professional female truck drivers, and what she taught us was really great. And one of
They run, it's Johnson, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
But I've always talked to my kids, especially Oliver, about being respectful if the cops come to you, or just being
First down now for Rush.
How to navigate being
Throw caught by Flowers. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Just because I remember I was in the supermarket with my son, Oliver, and he went to go get something, and I was in another lane. And as he's coming around, I was at the end of the aisle. And so in between us was this older white woman, and the minute she saw Oliver, she clutched her purse, and you could tell she got tense. And I thought to myself, if anything happens
this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's just how we're seeing sometimes.
I think we should have sold people when they do that. Like, I don't want this thing.
Now Rush.
Like, I want to know.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man to play. And he will have the Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock is stopped with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It wasn't intentional in terms of, like, we had to do
Here's
that.
Rush to throw.
I think it was just to show, like, where Kai came from and
His
why she
early
was so
struggles
connected to her niece.
continue. Here's
She didn't have
another
children
one
of her own,
intercepted.
so
Picked
that was
by Kevin Byard. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Relationship, we loved each other, but there was still friction, like in real life. And then I also loved my
To the
relationship with my
sideline, and
niece.
it's intercepted.
There's a sweet side.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village Studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Can we, get behind it? It was really great. Because a lot of times people don't want to
One touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
I'm grateful for that.
And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I'll throw a fucking interception, bro. God damn it, man.
My favorite is being a talk show.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
I did the reel, and before the reel, I was up with you, and I did Hollywood Today Live. I mean, that's my
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So, I like doing the same thing every day.
Off the play fake. Williams.
I like doing different things. You know what I mean? I
was able to get to
the
him.
reality for what everybody is
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Father, we know they came out with awkward down on the scoreboard. That will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off on that play, didn't it?
Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I thought, okay, I'm acting and I'll continue doing that, but I didn't see another move after that.
Williams.
God, Caleb.
So far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the run.
I wanted to, going into Netflix and Hulu and ABC and pitching shows, and I walked out.
And short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the back part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rush working from the gun. The short throw caught by Andrews. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 in the first. Now an action play and he'll keep it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
I love that. Okay. Absolutely.
He'll decide to keep this once more. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
My favorite.
They come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Because I'm curious about people.
To throw on 3rd down. Rush. That one into the hands of Flowers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I wanted to. I've done
how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do a pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find it in this type of a situation.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Centuries since we've had hardship, and every time we think we're going to get to a better place, we're knocked down. So it's really discouraging.
The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
Like his awareness in the pocket there.
I moved in January.
So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down.
Oh my God, dude.
But not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. At that time, he used his full man strength
for my family, so I always had it in me. But I didn't discover. I was discovered as a model
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 4. That'll be second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
$75 a day for 2 days. I was like, count me in. That was like big money back then.
Now an option play on second down. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a third down at 17 to go.
I asked my mom to borrow her car.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th
so
down.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I stop at a red
Here's
light.
Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It's a 33-yard
I do
attempt.
that, and then I'm reaching for my lip gloss in my bag on the passenger seat.
Tucker's kick is good. And they've got the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
She got in her car at the red light. She gives me a card. She goes, "You should be a mom." And it was the
So the
agency
3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
When you're losing, any points you see go on the board,
so now I show up and I got a card. So now I'm like, and they tested me. They got pictures. I did
And
test.
he won't quite make it to the 25.
And about 9 months later, I did Ford modeling agency was scouting all over the country, and they asked 10 of us to come and meet
The Bears
her.
now ready to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
and I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer to this guy? Yeah, we're going to get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they were auditioning girls, and every time I had a modeling gig that I had
Here's
to
a
do,
throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard
So
line.
I go in, and at the time, that was when
as they get closer for
R.
third
Kelly
down.
download
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. Can become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for right videos.
And so I went in, we read, and I thought, there were other girls that were by far, acting.
And they're able to
had
get
more
this one
acting ability
across
than
the
me.
35.
And so I went thinking, okay, at least I did
Good
it.
coverage
And then when I
downfield
got the
led to
job,
him
I was
taking
like,
off, picking up the first down on a
that's
13-yard
crazy.
run.
And we hit it off, and we've been friends ever since. I was at Corinne's wedding recently, and he's a good man. So even big them right here.
They'll run the draw here with Swift, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustaining runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yeah, we did.
I want to talk about the power of community.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So a turnover charge you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always
changed
preaching
everything.
ball
But when I
security.
first went to school, they were like, "Oh, she
And
thinks
right
she's
here in
right."
the second half of
But
a
that's
tight
because I
football
learned
game.
English.
Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
So, but it was everything. It changed everything. I felt
First
like I
down, here's
finally
Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I'd never seen someone like me.
Did you shrink in Massachusetts?
I don't know if I shrank because I was so
They
young.
keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the
Well,
first.
it's different now. I mean, they go to
A
school
short
like
throw.
this.
This is unbelievable, bro.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
My ex-husband took one of my sons to a hairdresser. He was like, only a
Here's
black
Justin
man's got my
Tucker
hair.
now for the Raven field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
What do you want, people, the family members?
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Family members and friends, there's a level of guilt that can happen
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone. Only getting 3 points there and still facing the second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because the offense is going to be all about ball security from here on out.
Things are going to happen in life, right? But it's really about this movie is starting a conversation.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they coughed it up, it led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more deep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they're going to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and not take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Okay, man.
7 yards there and a first down.
If there's a missing person, it seems like they wait to the last minute. It got to the point where my wife's friend, she actually passed, but
off play action. Williams.
Check the house.
Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I mean, I'm sure you experienced that a lot when doing it home.
Yeah, it's opened my eyes a lot.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is not at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
We learned that black girls and women get less media attention.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Williams now from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup on the first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
But no slight to hurt our family or anything like that, but it's like...
Back to throw. Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be second down.
And in defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive's taking more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big safe to bring up third down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Williams throwing on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be stopped short of first down as they rally to tackle him about the 28. They'll get 11, but they'll still lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Santos' kick is up and through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time. See what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
That's right, man.
I've never known an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, yeah. Just because the audience will know all the characters, so now we can take all.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Watching a movie type of vibe, so pretty excited about that. There's just a lot of amazing characters in the show.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Off the bootleg, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll be a pickup for as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hero is in there. I think there's a moral.
Here's Williams on 3rd and 2. That's going to be complete. The coverage too good. Contact off the ball 3, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
Selfless about Mike McCluskey that I'm attracted to. So that does make him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
There's some great areas with him.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Just like in Kingstown and that one, incarceration.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Prison guard life is a very brutal job, or just being incarcerated. That's a very brutal job.
Operating from the gun. Rush. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
Oh, I heard about that.
He's the epitome of what we call a move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Listen, everybody, I think that's what sort of politicians should do.
This will be taken at the 13. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense got the stop, force the punt, and there you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. In motion goes the tight end. They'll start by running the option to right. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive game running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Flushed out right.
And when we don't feel that way, we get divided.
Oh, God. This is crazy.
There on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far.
Flourish. You know, even if you can't fully understand a person's, story, understand their existence as a human.
Just a 2-yard return here following a punt on 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So you say
unbelievable.
At least that's good. So I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
the punter doesn't want to run out of time.
You got to be hugging each other and throwing each other's alarms.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Henry again on 2nd down.
I think that's what I mean on the things. I think
he's got it
family
across midfield and into Bear territory.
The things that do make you
It's
have
not a
that
huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Not about selfless, right? It's not about him serving himself.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Anti-hero or rogue about it. That's selflessness. I think that's a great message to send. Absolutely.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
There's a lot of healing that goes on.
Here's Rush.
But yeah, it's a near-death experience.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Rush's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Like machine and try to jump back on it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play. And they got it right there, partner.
Yeah.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This Oprah show that she has. And this guy, all he does is deal with near-death experiences. And then he spoke about sort of the general sort of ideas of things that people experience.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And they'll take him down at the
by the time he got to me, he asked me
31-yard line.
questions. I had nothing to say.
The Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
With everybody that has a near-death experience. So it's not that I didn't feel special or anything. I just felt like he's actually felt more concrete, resolved about what does happen when you pass.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Second and 6.
You know that I wasn't alone in it, that it wasn't just sort of my, one-time shot at it. It was there's something really concrete.
Yeah, he'll try to run with this. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Like hate, very, very powerful human emotion. We run a country on it. I love Sadly Camp. It's pretty powerful human emotion, right? But hate only exists on the tails of love. Because hate burns out
Looking
fast
to
and dies.
Williams.
You can't hate forever.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And that's the
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I only focus on
what a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
The depths of I'm a very, very close family, and my friendships I have for a very long time. We're also very close. All those deep.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Those etch-a-sketches, right? It's kind of like, everybody's seeing the etch-a-sketch, and everything's kind of cleared away. And it's
should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
With everything that we do, every thought that we have, every dream or belief, it starts kind of fresh with, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty dang good. I'll tell you what.
Have you asked him to do something simple when he kind of hesitate, I don't feel like doing it?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I think he's been pretty good. Y'all took me. Look, I've taken care of him. He's taken care of me.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, it tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
It was really bad, guys. It sucked. I saw my eyeball with my other eyeball. My legs are all twisted up. It's gnarly, right? I'm like 25% titanium in my body, but if that's the worst of it, like this is all you got. This is probably can't get much worse. Maybe if you lit me on fire.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
I just felt like, it was terrible, but mostly it was like a cramp and I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was suffocating. That was it. I'm oversimplifying it, but, so...
Yeah, you definitely are oversimplifying it because you went from there to you go from that and then you shoot second season of Mayor of Kingston.
Yeah.
Some of those
that was pretty fast. Pretty fast, from almost a year to date to go to season 3 to shoot.
Season 3, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was I was doing pretty well. I was moving around. I was doing really well, and I wanted to get kind of back out into the world. I was always wanting to kind of get back out into the world to kind of push away. Like, okay, I'm walking again. They said I wouldn't. I'm doing better than I thought I would. But I wanted to kind of get back into the world and start working again. And it was a little early on, because of my energy levels were pretty low. But anyway, I was getting back to work was important to me. Even though I really struggled, which I found strange, but then not so strange, because obviously Mayor of Kingstown is fictional, even it's based on a lot of truths, but I'm still the same line. I'm still playing a character that's, I have to live in reality, real non-fiction, just to exist through my day. Right? I have to breathe, I have to walk, use a lot of energy to walk right and do all these things right at this time. So it felt really weird to go play make-believe when I have to really live in real fucking reality. Sorry, that's what I have to live in real reality, right? So, like it's no joke. So I found that to be a little tricky in the beginning, but then once I got, it was really more also my blood work was really bad. My hemoglobin, if you know anything about that, is like 2. It was like kind of the blood of a dead man. So I had no energy. I knew like my mitochondria, everything was all messed up. So once I got that corrected and did some hormone replacement, all these other different things, I got more energy. And then I really started to flourish more through. And then playing make-believe was a little bit more palatable, I suppose.
How were you spiritually before the accident? Did you believe in God?
Yeah. I mean, I'm certainly godly, but my dad is a theologist, so I studied every religion growing up. So I don't really subscribe to any particular type of organized religion, but I definitely am a godly sort of spiritual guy. So none of that's ultimately changed. So I still believe in something that